Hey, it's Alive and Fearless Monday. And this Monday, I'm helping parents with 3 strategies from the old ways of parenting to the new way of parenting and to make your week more alive and fearless. I understand parents are struggling with today's teen children going crazy. My child is not taking responsibility, back answering me, he doesn't, understand me. We do so many things for my child, but somehow the child is not happy. He's confused. I'm not able to understand his mindset and I really don't know what to do. I totally get it. As a parent of 2 kids, I understand today's age and generation is becoming more and more crazy with technology, with options, with so much of distraction, and the child is emotionally, mentally and physically confused as to what he or she should do. So moving this week from the old strategy to the new one, the first thing that we are doing wrong as parents, the first strategy is we are just going ahead and giving our children, doing things for them. Let me do this for you. Let me select the clothes for you, buy the clothes for you, give you everything ready-made, hand over things to you. We don't let the child do his or her own things by his or her own self. Now, as parents, we are inclined because the old ways of parenting is I have to do things for my child, right? I have to give him lunch. I have to iron his clothes. I have to fold his clothes, wash his clothes, do his homework, sit with him, complete his projects. And this really does not help your child to learn. Now, questions I get from parents is from how young should we start training? And the answer is 5 years. Before 5 years, yes, maybe you can do it for your child. The child is young. Maybe she doesn't understand. You can help your child in terms of doing things, but once he crosses 5 years, then we suggest you start training your child. Start standing with your child and give the environment for your child to learn. It's okay to make mistakes. A lot of parents don't want to train their children because they say, no, I'm just going to do it. It's going to take more time and energy for me to train my child. But that's completely incorrect. You have to put the time and effort to allow your child to learn the life skills. So to be prepared more in life. So you just stand and say, you fold your clothes, iron your clothes. I'm going to stand, I'm just going to watch. They will make mistakes. Yeah, they might burn a few clothes. They might spoil the folding. They might not do it right. That's the whole point. You have to stand, observe and correct them and let them do it by themselves. So from you doing it, move on to this week, you allowing your child to do it. The second strategy which I want to share with you is we often give our children everything without them even asking or earning. Now, what do I mean? You hand over the gadgets, you allow them all the luxuries, you give them all the opportunities without them personally realizing the value and worth of all these opportunities. We often see that, people who are from they're not very privileged, they're poor, they don't have opportunities, they value opportunities more. And people up there who, kind of just get everything for free or just handed over to them often don't value. Now, the reverse is also true, but most of the times it's important that you allow your child to kind of, earn whatever he or she gets. So for example, just set up a weekly allowance, a pocket money, give them a bank account, let them earn the financial learning that how do I save money, and let them buy their own gadgets. It could be a mobile, it could be a tab, it could be anything. Why just because you have the money, you just hand over everything, and then often these same parents come and complain that my child doesn't care, he breaks his toys, he's just irresponsible, he doesn't put things in place and he doesn't value what we give him or her. Obviously, because you've just handed over. So one is the financial earning that I have to make sure that I save and then I choose and decide to buy what I want to buy or invest or spend money where I want to spend, and I can earn it and I can value it more. Second, you give love, you give opportunities. If there are circumstances where they do something wrong and we as parents go and save them. No, it's okay, dad is here, mom is here. No, let them fall, let them bleed, it's okay, they let them earn it, let them learn and earn whatever they need to get. So don't just give all the opportunities. Make sure that they go through the grind, they go through the learning curve, they go through the realization that it's not easy. The primary job of a parent is not to, kind of comfort the child. It's to create an environment for learning and growth. And I promise you, he or she will thank you at the later stages of their life. And the third strategy is the most important, where we see that parents are taking each and every decision of their child. Which school, which college, which subject, which field, which career, to the extent that which spouse or life partner the child has to get married to. Now, we highly recommend that you do not get yourself connected and combine yourself and your choices with your child's choice. Let your child realize that it's your life and you have to decide. I am here as a mother and father for my children, and I always stand and say, you decide which clothes you want to wear. You decide what career, you decide what subject. If you want to go ahead and do it, do it. If you want to not do it, then it's your choice. Because often when parents get in and decide and choose for the child, guess what happens? The child really does not stick to the decision. He's confused. He doesn't take ownership of the decision. He's like, mom and dad, you decide. You said for me to do this career or become an engineer or become a lawyer or a CA, or it was your choice to get me married to this person. Now, I am not taking ownership, and there's always this blame game happening and, throwing off ownership to each other. I recommend that this week, practice these 3 strategies. Do not take ownership. Do not think, oh my God, I am responsible for my child's career, future, life partner, education. Because the fact is, you're not. No matter how good your intention, how much you want things for your child, ultimately your child will end up doing what he or she does. And he needs or she needs to grow up and take responsibility. And if you don't do that, today's day and generation is not going to allow your child to be more happy. In fact, it's going to cause more stress on his or her own career and life if from childhood he doesn't develop this mindset of responsibility and taking ownership of his or her own life. I hope this video helps you put these strategies into place in this week. If you have any questions, post your questions below the video. Give me a like if you like the video. Share it with your friends and family who are parents who are struggling with these 3 strategies. And I hope it helps you be a better parent. It helps you be more alive and fearless and really connect with your child, creating an environment for both of you to live a happy life. Thank you so much. Stay alive, stay fearless, dream big, stay strong, and I'll see you soon in the next Alive and Fearless Monday.